How are you?
I'm good. I'm sitting in my car eating lunch, hoping to catch this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Carrie will go first.
Erica had to step away for a few minutes, but she's recording on the other app. So,
Nice.
Oh, cool.
so she'll be here in a moment. We're just chatting. We're going to we're just going to talk about, like, we're going into the Chinese New Year of the Dragon. So it's this weekend on Friday, I believe, and so I'm going to pull some cards from the Dragon deck, and I actually pulled some for general reading, but I'll share those in a moment. Actually, I can post them. So
I'm here, you guys. What I'm trying to do is figure out what have I done to the screen over here. So I think it's the overlay. I needed to hide the overlay, but now I can go back to sharing my beautiful screen with Terry.
Okay.
And now Terry's on the screen, and I'm just mildly lost, not majorly lost, but mildly lost. Okay, so now I'm on the side and you're in the middle. Woo! Okay. Yeah. Oh, I like it. I like this.
You're not on Telegram.
I'm on Telegram, not as a video, but I'm on this other thing. What do you call it?
Now there's a video.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put myself little on the screen.
Boom,
boom. Okay, you guys, you should just see how cool this is. Ooh, I love it. Okay, Terry. You can't see my dress. Okay. Can you see my picture of my dress? Can you see the picture of my dress in the?
I saw the picture of your dress.
That is a dragon, isn't it?
I saw the picture of your dress. Yeah. It looked. Wait, let me go back to it. Hold on. Sure looks like a dragon.
It is, because it has a long tail. So I'm wearing a dragon and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Didn't even know it.
I like it.
Thanks. So you guys, how's everybody feeling today? Up early, up late?
Good.
Any symptoms? Any feelings?
I honestly feel beautiful and magnificent. I wish y'all feeling the same too. Really, I feel real good today.
Okay, good.
Well, that's good.
So do I, but has anybody else had a rough, couple of nights? Like the sleeping and
yes.
stuff?
Definitely waking up.
Yes.
Yeah, they've been trying to get us lately at night more and more because they're losing. We're winning.
Yeah.
It's the year of the dragon.
Yeah, it was like
that old.
Exactly. So we were going to talk about the dragon today, and so I'm going to go ahead and I pulled 3 cards from this deck from Diana Cooper, the Dragon Oracle, and so these were the 3 cards which I pulled, which were like, wow, they overwhelmed me because we're starting with the Year of the Dragon on Friday, and so there's going to be so many. The dragon is magnanimous. There's changes. So the 3 cards I pulled, the first one was the white gold dragon from Lyra. Connects you to the highest Christ light. Develop your inner causal chakra and bathe in 9th dimensional Christ light. So we have this guy. It's beautiful. They're all of them are this golden dragon. And the second one is the crystal yellow dragon, and it opens you to your higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. And the last one is the source dragon. Attune you to the infinite. Be still. In the silence, magic can happen. Be in the moment. So, so all of these dragons are the golden white light, and it's reminding us to be connected with the source energy, open to our crown, open to that space within us that we connect with the divine or the Christic energy, however you want to call it, explain it. But it's asking us to take ourselves into that space of higher acknowledgement, and don't get caught up with all of the stuff that's falling apart. And like you said, you know, like they're trying to attack us, but we have to be strong in that, being that spiritual warrior that we are, and just connecting to that source energy that is part of us, and that we can never be apart from, unless we decide to close the door on it. But it's still a part of us, even though, you know, it's still in our house, even though we may close the door, but it's still part of us. So just open the doors, let that energy flow through us. And it's all about, it's funny, that word has come up again, is that spiritual aspect. And it's like, we are in a war between light and dark, and we have to remember that we are spiritual beings and connecting with that energy, and that will guide us as we start to see things crumble around us. If you're connected with your source energy, we'll be able to sustain ourselves through whatever is happening, you know, like that'll be our guiding light, because we're always connected to it. And the dragons are, there's different, of course, if you go into the lore of the dragons, there's all kinds of things, and they say, yeah, the Dracos are dragons and stuff. The dragons were also, some of them were hijacked. So you've got ones that are of the lower frequency and the ones of the higher frequency. The ones we're connecting with are the higher frequency and their source energy. So all I can say is that's what I'm getting from them. And I don't know, Erica, if you have anything you want to add to it, and we can open the discussion. And I have to show you my little dragon wrist. Isn't he cute?
Oh my goodness.
I got dragons all over the place here.
Dama's in the YouTube chat. Allie's in the YouTube chat. Did you show your dress already on the video? Oh wow, you got it going on with the dragon.
I don't know if I did. I'll show my dress on the video. See you guys, my dragon.
Model for the ladies and the gentlemen.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You are bidding on a beautiful Canadian woman. If you're interested, put your number in the chat. No, I was kidding. You've already seen the goods. Oh gosh, Allie said, "Love it, Terry. Love it, love it."
Hi, Allie.
So one card that I pulled for today, I think it's very nice. It's in I think I posted it so everyone can see it. It is the rose quartz card, and it says, "Are you ready for a new relationship? Do you wish to improve a relationship you are in? Begin by romancing yourself. You are worthy of a deep, fulfilling relationship. Love yourself as you wish to be loved. Cultivate your friendships and be open to romance." And it says on the back, "Angels of loving relationships." And this is the affirmation that goes with it. "I love myself and I enjoy my own company. I am grateful for my friends and other people of importance to me, and I enjoy spending time with them. My heart is open. I encourage romance in my life." I remember, I think we interviewed, what is his name? the love oracle, and he said the same thing. Hey, Sheena. She's in YouTube, but to romance yourself, you know, people will treat you as good as you treat yourself. And if you're being down on yourself right now, then what can you attract but people that are down on you? You ever notice how you met a new person in your life and they were too friendly or too nice or too complimentary, and you basically like reject all that, the compliments, the niceties, because you just didn't feel comfortable, but it's like you weren't feeling worthy to accept it. And then you end up around certain people that are critical of you because you've been being critical of yourself. And so as you begin to be more loving of yourself, people who are critical can't be around you, because if you're loving yourself, complimenting yourself, taking care of yourself, they're going to despise that. They're going to be turned off by that, and they're going to reject it. They're not going to be able to stand in your light, because when you're emitting that type of light, that stuff hurts other people. You know, if you're being charitable and kind, it'll be easier to notice when people are stingy or greedy or selfish or critical. You know, if people always have their mouth filled with criticisms, that's going to be uncomfortable to you if you've gotten to that point where you begin to stop being critical of yourself and of others. So definitely it irritates them. Exactly, Sheena. And then Allie said, you have to walk into your authenticity of yourself and be happy. Yeah, it's true. And so love energy, when a person is toxic, love energy, they freaking despise it. And you'll notice it. I used to say too to myself, like when I'm treating myself well, people who want to be around me, they have to be people that'll treat me well. If I'm happy all by myself, because I make myself happy, I notice when someone comes into my field and they start taking away little pieces of my happiness, they start putting holes in my happiness, it's easier for me to notice the negativity that's coming into my life if I'm already making myself happy. Because I notice too, when people start relationships, they say, oh, you make me happy. And that kind of freaks me out. Or you're the only thing I have to live for. Or, you know, my life is nothing without you. I'm not ever going to be saying that out of my mouth. Okay. Because my life is great. And so if you come into it, you got to keep it great. You got to keep it at the level it's at. So it's this or better. And start asking for this or better, so that no one, basically, I consider it's like someone trying to drown you spiritually by, you know, pulling down and tearing down your joy. So that's a tip.
That's the tip.
So,
and we have, you know, I think just to add to that is the relationship that we have with our higher self. If we have that relationship, then that ability for self-love and self-nurturing comes from that higher aspect of ourselves that is loving us, right? So we're just opening up to the love that's coming from that creative source. Instead of cutting ourselves off from it, right?
Do you feel that any of that comes out of the message of the dragon cards? Because I couldn't fully hear all the dragon cards, but when you go over those dragon cards,
actually, yeah, because what I said with these dragon cards, they're all about, like I said, the highest Christ light, the open yourself to the higher learning and wisdom, and attunes you to the infinite. So when we are connected to that source, because this is, you know, very strong that they all came in, you know, with that source energy. I think when we're connected with the source, then we're allowing that to flow through us, and we cannot be anything other than love and self-love. And when we are filled with that love, then we exude it, right? We just are in an unconditional space. And so, like you were saying, like, don't come into my field. And if we're down on ourselves, then we're conditional. Like, oh, if I only had this, or if I had that. But it's no, when we're connected to the source, we have everything. And so we just have to exude that and just know, that we're good. We're good. And I think during any kind of trying times, we have a tendency to cut ourselves off from source. But that's when we need to really connect deeper with our source and feel that self-love and stuff, because that will give us the strength to overcome whatever situation that we're in, and we can then learn from that situation instead of letting it drag us down.
There's one more card I'll share.
That's how I see
And
it.
this is a card from last night. It's the clear quartz card, and I'll share it in the group. It's on the screen now. Are you trying to gain clarity? Do things seem hazy and dark right now? Is your path unclear or uncertain? Go within to see the positive in all circumstances. Focus on the matter at hand. Maintain loving thoughts surrounding your current life situation. On the back, it says, the angel of clarity. I see my life situation clearly and from a greater perspective. I am focused in all that I do. I am lovingly conscious in every action I take. I proceed with a greater understanding of what is required of me. And then I'll go back to, I'll stop sharing that. And I don't know if anybody else wants to throw their, we ain't going to say 10 cents. We'll just say 2 cents. We're not going to say 2 cents. We're going to say 10 cents. So if anybody wanted to add their 10 cents that they got anything out of the card or not, just go ahead and jump on in.
I got
Inflation,
something
right?
to say, please.
What'd you say? Go ahead.
Okay, like, it's interesting because it's like this kind of bring me back to something that I seen this morning from Telegram. You had sent me something about the wolf, and Terry had sent it to me the other day, and I didn't see it yet. And I'm like, it reminded me to watch it from when you sent it to me. And then I got another thing about the two wolves and the Native American grandfather speaking to his grandson. And everything goes into a negative or positive. How I'm looking at it from the cards. This is what I'm picking up. And what are you gonna feed though? And then it goes into what you were saying too, Erica, too. It's like, once you get into these energies and you have this knowledge of it, you can pick up on it. So it's up to you to keep that energy in the good. And what side are you gonna feed? Are you gonna feed in to that energy that's trying to pull you down, like you're talking about that thing that gets aggravated because it may know that it knows that you're on this frequency and want to pull you down, that crabs in the barrel type of spiritual type of thing or whatever. So just stay up on that path, keep your mind on that. You know what? I can allow myself to feed into this, or I can feed myself with this positive energy off myself, because I'm keeping myself going. And then it keeps you with that awareness that it's a responsibility too, because you have the awareness of it. So you got to be responsible for yourself falling into it or keeping up with that vibe. You know what I mean? So it's deep. And then you got the power because you got the knowledge of it. So it's all within. And keep it like that. Don't go without.
And I enjoy that because when I think of feeding into something, another way that I say it, because I like to slice things up into the thinnest, smallest pieces, you don't have to participate. When anger flows through you, you can. When fear flows in, you can observe it and you don't actually have to participate. So you don't have to feed into it. You don't have to feed it by adding to it. Like when the negative thought comes through your mind and it's like, oh, I'm never gonna get this car or this particular thing. And then in your mind, you'll go start listing all the reasons why you can't have it, and all the circumstances that make all these things suck. This sucks, you know, cars are too expensive and insurance is too high. And you know, like you'll start to go through, you don't have to participate and add to it. But you know, one exercise that we used to do in our office, I swear I learned a lot of metaphysics inside of selling insurance. Like you would get to the point where you write the negative thought on the piece of paper and then you ball it up and throw it away. Like that physical action behind it has a tremendous effect on how you think and how you operate. So as you begin to get a hold of these negative thoughts, the way that you can avoid the Noid. Do you guys remember the Noid? The Noid, the pizza was supposed to come to you hot and the Noid would like jump on your pizza. And when you get your pizza, it would be frozen. You'd be mad, right? So to avoid the Noid, you actually just write all their fears out and then throw it away or rebuke them or go through some type of process to remove them so that they don't keep coming up in your mind. And I saw Allie said, come from a place of love and not fear. When you approach yourself with love in your transmutation, in healing, it amplifies. And like Lakeside Laura, she said, yes, I've been saying that's yours, not mine, a lot lately. I have too. Like, nah, that's not me. I did not. Yeah, I've been doing that too. And I've been pretty firm with people. Like, don't put that in my mouth. And Laura, I can't wait to see you at the Journey to the Truth conference in May. I think it's the 12th through the 19th or something. And I already got my tickets. Scott has his tickets, his Airbnb. Randy, she's coming. So I'm already like, oh God, I can't wait to see you guys. Now we just got to figure out how we get in there, flying or driving. So. And I see Lyndall in the chat. I don't know if he wanted to throw his 2 cents into it before we wrap it up. We got Laura, Lyndall, and Sheena today. I haven't seen you guys in so long. We miss you. And we hope the pets are doing well, because I know the cat was in the cast and the dog got attacked by, was it coyotes? So, all right, we will wrap it up. Because I know Lyndall is at work, so he can't talk. Okay, well, you guys, it was great. We're going to stop recording and end stream. Have a great week. Huh?
I got one more thing, though.
Okay, one more thing.
Again, like going back thinking about them wolves and everything and just life in general, it's no positive without the negative. It must exist. So it all coexists together. Again, it goes back to you got a choice what side you're going to be on. So that's what it's all about. So it makes a lot of sense. Everything works out as long as you want it to.
So I just want to add one thing is what you said, Dawn, is the positive and the negative. A lot of times when everything, it seems so negative around us, we have to remember that there's just as much positive as there is negative, right? So, you know, for all that darkness and all the negativity that we see, there's also the opposite of all the positivity that's there for us. All we have to do is just migrate our thoughts over to that positivity, to that positive source, because it's just as powerful and it's actually more powerful than the lower frequencies are. So just remember that whenever you're feeling that feeling that low frequency engulfing you, is that the higher frequency is there just as easy as the lower one is. So don't get caught by that illusion, because it is an illusion.
It is an illusion, because it becomes to a point where it becomes perspective, because, you know, hot water and cold water are both good. And they have a different purpose.
And that's what the dragons are all about, is illusions.
Yeah.
Like dragons are about illusion.
And
it's all part of source.
Right. It's all part of source. And Allie said, I feed both wolves to pacify the shadow of self and acknowledge that it exists. That's it. Because and so I would say that's observing it, right? That if I feel negative, I don't have to rush to get out of it all the time. I can observe it and try to understand why. And it helps you understand more of who you are. And it exists. And then feed the wolf of positivity of light. We need to feed both when walking in the divine neutrality. Because that was one of the things that I thought about was walking in the middle path, because we can't attach too much to be ultra positive and all love and light, and then you get kicked in the face because you don't know how to pull your sword out. Like Archangel Michael will stomp somebody and Kali will stomp somebody. So you have to have all your circuits in order and use all your gears of emotions, and balance, like Laura is showing that symbol of balance. So yeah, we just balancing the equation, y'all. Just balancing the equation. I'm gonna end it because I think we could do one more thing, like all day, because that's how we are. No, you don't.
This the last
No,
one.
you don't. No.
But on the real quick, like what you just said, everything come together. I love what she said, because I had the vision in my mind of just like the batteries coming together and then putting yourself in the center. The toroidal field comes there because you have to have them both. You know what I mean? And when you got yourself locked in, that's your Merkaba, and boom, ain't nothing breaking that unless you wanted to.
Up and down. All right, you done one more thing 3 times. I'm about to kick you. No, I was kidding. It's fun though. I love it, though. It's fun.